With me now is Dennis Martin from Enstrom Helicopter Corporation. I mean, how is business, Dennis?
Our business has been going very well for us. The last few years, we've really been focusing on the military flight training market, and that market has really grown and developed, and we've become sort of the premier training helicopter in that market. So we've won most of the commercial or most of the bids that we've gone against in Thailand and Japan, Peru, and South America. We just won a very competitive bid in the Czech Republic to supply the Czech Army training helicopters. That's quite unique. That's the first Western aircraft they've owned, so they're real excited. That was a lot of fun for us. So we've really been digging into that market and having a lot of success there. And on the commercial side, we don't do as much of the commercial flight training, although we still have a number of flight schools in the US and Europe and in South Africa that use the Enstroms for the commercial flight training. Typically, their schools are offering a little bit more of a premium product. They like the safety, they like the low operating cost of the Enstrom, and so it's been good for us.
Now, there's been a lot of talk about a downturn in the oil and gas market. How's that affecting you?
It doesn't really affect us directly because our aircraft aren't used directly in that market, but what we've sort of noticed is that when oil and gas sneezes, the rest of the industry catches a cold. And so, when they lay off pilots, those pilots go somewhere else, and that puts a little downward pressure on the flight schools. They're not moving as many students through. If they're not moving as many students through, they're not flying the aircraft as much. So it does trickle down to us, but not really in a direct sense.
And how do you see that market developing?
I think it's going to come back. Markets in general are cyclical, and I expect the oil and gas market to bounce back eventually and absorb some of those pilots. And plus, you're going to see retirements, especially if there's a little bit of downturn. People are going to be taking early retirements, and eventually there's going to be a pool of pilots or people looking for pilots, and that again is going to trickle down to us because there's going to be people wanting to fill those jobs.
Excellent. Dennis Martin, thank you very much. Now, for more stories from the aviation industry, go to wearefin.com.